Oh, it already started.
That's whatever. Go ahead.
All right, we're here for week 4 of Jake's League review,
Bing.
and we'll get this game out real quick. We need to look at this one for very long.
What are we at? Where? Fuck! I lost the.
It's on the screen.
Well, I lost the screen.
Bro, how you lose a goddamn screen, bro?
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, so anything that wasn't my running backs or Patrick Mahomes shit the bed, and Josh Jacobs ran up a big check for Jake.
Oh yeah. Huge. And the T Higgins connection finally paid off. I know Jake talked about that in the breakdown, but yeah.
Yeah, fucking Jamar hasn't been nearly as good this year. Poop keeper, not a good keeper.
Sus.
Etienne,
Michael Shipman,
more carries. No, listen, Michael Pittman. I watched the Titans game and they threw it to him 3 times in the end zone. Matt Ryan just can't stop throwing the ball out of bounds. Like literally every single ball he threw to him in the end zone, like 2 yards out of bounds.
It's a part of the package, man. Gotta have the guy get there.
Yeah, I know. It's just you think Matt Ryan could. No wonder Julio Jones never caught any touchdowns when they played together, unless they were like long bombs because you just can't throw it in bounds in the end zone. I guess I don't know.
Travis Etienne, sus.
Yeah, and
he outpointed James Robinson this week.
He did. He outcarried and out yardaged him, and outpointed. But I mean, three points, not still not enough.
Yeah.
Also, Dalton. This is even with Dalton Schultz getting Jake a strong 0. So Jake's team. I mean, they're on the come up. Yeah, I mean, if Josh Jacobs can keep doing that, I mean, he's gotten pretty much nothing out of Jonathan Taylor the last 3 weeks, and he's still 2-2. Like, man, if Jonathan Taylor was playing like he should be, Jake might be 4-0. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then basically me, all I have is my running backs, and Njoku's a decent tight end, but that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah, all right, well, we got Seth's first W.
Holy shit!
1/3 of the way to 500.
Against a powerhouse in Jo.
Yeah, Jo falls to 2-2, so I don't know. We might have to stop calling him powerhouse.
That's true. Let's scroll down here and see what we got. Could Evan not come?
No, he couldn't make it.
Yeah, he couldn't make it. Cringe. All right. Well, shit. I mean, Debo had a good game finally.
Yeah, Debo and Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady's been kind of sucking, but I mean, Tom Brady though, it's
that was all garbage time.
Exactly. Well, not garbage time, but they were constantly trying to fight back because they were constantly down. So like, he threw a lot more than he needed.
The entire game was garbage time, to be honest. They were just getting clapped.
I think I saw somewhere that Joe Mixon, he's gotten like, I want to say like close to an average of 20 carries a game or something like that. And he's never, it's a ridiculous stat. I don't think he's ever, any of those runs have ever been over like 6 yards or something like that. Like his longest run of the year, I think, is like 6 or 8 yards. And he somehow still comes out 15. So it's like, it's crazy. Seth's got Freiermuth and Deontay Johnson. Maybe they'll turn around too with Kenny Pickett at quarterback. Jo's team simply has to get more out of Najee.
Hey, but Marquise Brown did all right this week. Gerald Everett scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Needs some help out of the flex spot. But, I mean, I think a lot of people had down weeks this week. So, this could just be, a random offshoot. But
yeah, lost Michael Thomas to injury. He didn't have him this week. And then, Christian Kirk's been lighting it up, but he did draw like one of the better corners in the NFL, and Darius Slay. So
Mm.
he'll rebound too. I think. I think Khalil Herbert will continue to be good until David Montgomery's back, and it doesn't really matter for Jo because he has both of them.
Right. But
I
timeshare, that's the only thing you worry about is if they start splitting carries, because that offense, as it is bad.
yeah.
And then you start a timeshare, and then you've got Fields at quarterback who's not cutting you any slack, keeping the defense honest deep. I don't know. I think they're gonna. It's a tough one.
Yeah. Seth's got a lot of power on his bench too. He had Miles Sanders with 28 and DK with 17.5 that he wasn't even playing.
Yeah, but I don't think you start. Well, yeah, you know what? I think over Deontay Johnson, I think I would have probably started one of those two over him.
Probably DK if I had to guess, because Miles Sanders, you never know with him.
And Geno Smith is an absolute freak of a quarterback.
True.
This year, so I would bet that DK would be the go-to. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, you go on a whim sometimes.
Yeah, he won anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then we come to Parlay Princess, who apparently hates fantasy football despite losing or despite winning it all last year.
Yeah.
And Roby just barely ekes out a win, too, over it.
Does he know yet? Does Roby know he won?
I don't know. Roby, if you're listening to this,
you
won.
Your phone, so this is how you'll know if you won or not.
Yeah, you won. And if you're banging, don't bust.
Oh, no.
Man, you got to let him know.
I mean, you can. I mean.
No, he can't.
Oh, you can.
But, Brian got a strong -2 out of Melvin Gordon. It's just phenomenal score, honestly.
Ooh. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, half a point out of Amari Cooper. You got fucking Melvin Gordon at -2. Not too many great options on the bench. CDs finally came out and did all right.
The good news, though?
What's up?
Brian's got reinforcements on the way.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got Brian Robinson coming back.
Oh, shut up.
He does. He's coming back this week. He already practiced today.
I'm sure.
Brian's got Brian, dude. Listen, if Brian Robinson ends up being a league winner, then Brian Robinson will end up being a league winner. You know what I mean?
I don't.
I don't know.
I don't think he's gonna win him shit. But you know what?
Probably not. Roby has a really good. Roby.
Dude, honestly, how the fuck did Roby win this week? Actually, is so insane. Like,
well, probably because
scored any fucking points.
Well, here's the crazy part. Cam Akers put up 1 point, which is still 3 more than Brian got out of Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, but still, I mean, that -2 is like a wild fucking score. But, like, nobody on Roby's team scored any fucking points. Like, I don't know. It's just nuts.
Yeah, I mean, 17 might be the lowest total Jalen Hurts has all year.
Maybe.
Fantasy, honestly.
If people shut him down running the ball, though, I feel like, I don't know.
It's so hard to do with all their weapons in their offensive line, though,
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible. I mean,
no, I'm not saying you are. Right.
But also, Amon-Ra St. Brown, I think he means a lot to Roby's team as well. Even though, I mean, his 3 wide receivers he started were fine. It's not like they were bad. But
yeah,
also,
I would definitely rather have Amon-Ra St. Brown in there over Jerry Jeudy or something like that. Lions have been scoring a ton of fucking points. They've just been losing.
Yeah, that's true. All right, move on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Jason versus Teets. Jason edges Teets by 10 points in the end.
Sus. Yeah, I mean, it's that Russ difference, baby, I mean.
Oh, God.
You wrote him out.
Well, that and Lamar Jackson got held to 0 second-half points.
Which is nuts.
0 points for the Ravens. I'm sure that he scored at least 1 fantasy point.
I thought that's what you were saying. I thought that's what
that would be real crazy. But I don't know. He didn't do pretty much anything, so.
Yeah. No, I think I mean, Jason just had a better game. He had just had some players. Obviously, he had a fucking better game because he won. But like,
Right.
he just had more players show up. That's pretty much it. Eckler played well. If he had anyone else come to play, he'd have been all right. That defense gap is unfortunate as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe Cincinnati looked that way against the Miami D, but you know, it is what it is. Teets is also hurt, and he's got his number one running back out, and he's got Eckler. Eckler's probably his number one running back, but he's got Swift, who's basically another number one running back, and he was out this week.
He was the number one running back coming into. Well, his number one running back coming into this week. I mean, Eckler went off this week, but other than that, Swift has outscored him like every other week.
Probably.
For sure he has. Like, Eckler hasn't scored over like 10 points, maybe once.
Yeah, but Swift hardly played last week. Last week is the only week I'm questioning it because he only had like 10 touches, I think.
If he scored a touchdown, though, I don't know. Can you check? Actually, you don't need to. No worry.
No, we can do it, I think. Eckler had. Okay, I don't want his actual stats. What the fuck are his fantasy stats?
Don't worry about it. I would just.
Oh, here they are.
Yeah.
Right, so he only had 8 last week. Yeah.
He had
And
5
then
rushes.
Swift had.
Scroll up. There.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, he only had 5.5 the week before that.
Okay.
So
yeah,
but overall, yes, he had outscored Eckler to that point.
Yeah, he's been good.
So he was missing Swift and he's missing Keenan Allen, and Keenan Allen doesn't sound like he's coming back anytime soon. He's out of practice again today, so
yeah, that sucks.
I think that
usually their best player, their best receiver.
Yeah.
By a large margin, he just can't stay healthy.
Yeah, so I think the next couple of weeks will be all about how much Teets can get carried by Lamar and Austin Eckler, because Swift isn't likely to play again this week, and then their bye is the first week, I think.
Yeah, and that's
first bye week.
That DJ Moore and fucking Brandon Cooks is so rough.
Yeah, and I mean Devonta Smith, he's gonna have off games. I mean, I think that's how that Philly offense outside of Hurts is going to go. There's going to be some games where one wide receiver goes off, maybe both wide receivers go off, and there's going to be games where Goddard gets a good amount of points.
Yeah,
and then the running backs. But I mean, Hurts is going to
get force fed.
Yeah.
I just popped the top.
And then Jason's team put up a pretty good total without Mark Andrews doing basically shit. So. All right, next one, Bruce versus Garrett. Garrett puts up a pretty good amount of points this week. Still gets L because Bruce's team put up a fucking ton of fucking points. Bruce.
Jamal Williams, that's huge. Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson finally went off. Brandon Ayuk, nothing, but it just didn't matter. He got solid points from his other players, and that shit just adds up.
Yeah, so I mean, he's got Chubb and Jamal Williams combined for 40 points. That's huge. Yeah. Justin Herbert looked like himself again this week. It was against Houston, so we don't really know if that was because that was the reason or not. But
basically 100. That's like 90 points right there between those 4 guys, and then the rest
50.
Of them
yeah.
90. And then, I mean, his team didn't do bad. I think everybody chipped in. It's just nobody had like a huge game. Travis Kelce did well for a tight end, but nobody had like just an absolute whopper of a game. And I mean, Bruce even had Dobbins on his bench, which I think obviously is the play now that Jamonte's hurt. So
yeah, Dobbins didn't practice today either though. But yeah, Javonte, that's going to hurt Bruce, I think, in the long run, because I think he was going to accelerate as the season went on. But
he's got the Dobb. I mean, he's got the Dobb sitting there. I think he'll be all right. He's got Hunt. He's got a really deep. He all of a sudden has a deep team. So he just doesn't have a good second wide receiver starter.
Yeah. And then on the other side, Garrett, Aaron Rodgers, I think, is going to be around 18 points for a lot of the year. I think he's going to have any like real big games this year. I don't see it happening. Maybe one. Brees Hall looked good, but Pittsburgh's defense is awful. Singletary came back down to earth. AJ Brown will have bigger games than that. Godwin will have bigger games than that. And I think, honestly, 11 points might be Darnell Mooney's best game this year. Like, not just so it's definitely his best game so far, but like his best game for the entire year.
How did he do? How many points?
11 points.
Oh, damn. That's killing.
Yeah, I know. It's after he was
like 2 a game, 0.
0.5, 0.5, 3, 11. He's on the upswing.
Dude, he's like tripled his point total this week.
Yeah, and I still think that'll be the most he scores all year.
They counted this as boomed. They counted his points as boomed at 11. So, hold up, Garrett's bench. Who do we got? Oh, that is a nothing burger right there.
Well, he's got Kamara.
Yeah, but other than Kamara, that's a pretty solid nothing burger, I would say.
Yeah, Burks is going to be out for at least the next 4 or so weeks, if not more. So we won't get much out of him.
Yeah.
Until like at least mid-season. Renfro apparently has the worst concussion ever known to man. But yeah. I think
Rodgers turned it up a little bit. Playing all right.
Yeah.
Not great, but not terrible.
And it's all right. Still going to be a rough year for him, I think.
Yeah, his team sucks. But
all right, and then we got you versus Bo.
Yep. I mean, I give it to him. You know, he went out there and he got it. With Tua only scoring 3 points, he went out there and got it.
Dude, that TJ Hawkinson game is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, like, honestly, and the nuts thing is if I started the right players, I still won this game. Like, I had so many points on my bench. like, I had a 27.5 and a 21.5 just sitting on my bench. And I got 2 from fucking James Robinson and 9 from Cordell Patterson. If I start those 2 players, if I make that, not that I would have done that, but I would have won that game by a mile still. But it is what it is. I took an L. It made my decision easier now because Cordell Patterson's on IR. So it took one of my running backs out of the rotation, which is and I mean, it is what it is. I'll probably just permanently start Clyde Edwards-Helaire now because he's just all of a sudden scoring a shit ton of points.
They like him in the red zone.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, honestly, if TJ Hockenson didn't go off like that, I still win this game. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I took another loss.
Yeah, that's an absolutely. I mean, there's not many people that were gonna lose with TJ Hockenson having 35. You know,
and literally, I just needed Mike Evans to not fucking go off like he did, and fucking TJ Hockenson to not go off. If Mike Evans didn't go off and TJ Hawkinson's went off, I think there was like still a point where I had a pretty good chance. But as soon as Mike Evans started going off, I was like, wow. I mean, there's no chance here. Like, it is what it is. I just didn't get anything out of anyone. Like, nobody did well. Cooper Kupp and Devontae Adams neither scored touchdowns, but they both had a fuck ton of yards and catches. Jeff Wilson did okay. He had a good game. Cordell Patterson had a good start, and then he got fucking hurt and he was done. Kyle Pitts is like the biggest bum on the planet. James Robinson, I think they were behind for a good amount of the game, right? But they just didn't run the ball. I don't know what the hell was going on, but
I think he just didn't have that big one. You know, I think he had 7 carries, which isn't. I mean, that's not a lot. Don't get me wrong.
He's been getting like 17 to 20 the last few weeks.
I feel like he's also had like a big touchdown run every week, though, too.
Maybe, Maybe. I haven't been watching it, to be honest, but I just know the rushes have been up there. Like he's had at least 17, I think, the last few weeks. And then yeah, he just didn't get any carries. And yeah, I mean that's it. None of my players scored, other than Jeff Wilson and Josh Allen. Well, I guess Josh Allen, Cordero, and Jeff Wilson scored, but Cordero Patterson scored that touchdown and got 30 yards. So I mean, he got 9 points, I think. So it didn't really do too much for me. And Josh Allen was actually held in check somehow by Baltimore. Did they get their corners back or something?
No, actually, Marcus Peters got in a fight with John Harbaugh on the sideline. So
I saw that shit, but yeah, I don't know, man. It was just a fucking weirdo.
that was a very weird game. That one in particular.
Yeah, that was just a weird week. So
all right, we got this week then. I think I have a chance if Amon-Ra doesn't come back, I think I can beat Roby. If Amon-Ra does come back, I don't think I stand a chance.
Got Mahomes in Las Vegas. That's a 40 bomb waiting to happen. Derrick Henry against Washington should do fine. Your running backs will do fine. Michael Pittman in Denver.
That's going to be a tough matchup for him.
That's like 4 points. I think Jamar Chase will have a good game this week.
I will say the one thing about Michael Pittman, though, is Jonathan Taylor isn't playing, so I do think that they'll be forced to throw more.
Yeah, that could be something. They may just give the ball to Hines.
They could, but I don't think they can run Hines like they do Taylor most games.
Yeah, That's true. Travis Etienne, I mean, I wouldn't put him in the starting lineup at this point. He has to earn. Yeah, I feel like he's got to prove that he's getting timeshare.
At the same time, Houston's gotten boomed by everybody that plays running back. I don't think that. I mean, they've let almost every person they play running back against score like 100 yards.
Yeah, but are you willing to bet that on a backup that's only outrushed by, I think, one rush in one game?
Yeah, so I mean, I probably will, because who else am I going to play, honestly? I could play Pickens.
You could. I'd play Caleb Huntley, to be honest.
Against Tampa Bay, though?
Dude, I mean, who else do you have? Like, unless you want to play
Pacheco? Throw on Pacheco for a little bit?
Unless you're looking for touchdowns, I wouldn't do it. But has Darrell Henderson been getting any carries?
No. I think he outscored Cam Akers, though, on less opportunities.
He's been so fucking bad this year.
Yeah. This is what I'm worried about right here, though. My kicker, questionable. Can't be having that.
Dude, I would just drop him and get a new one.
Oh, dude, look, it's the battle of the questionable kickers. What the heck?
Dude, what? Yeah, I think Roby wins this. I think if Amon-Ra comes back, I think it's a pretty damn easy one. If I don't know, if his running backs do anything, I think it's a pretty damn easy week for him. But as we've seen last week, anything can happen. I don't think you're like a long shot to win. So
yeah. Yep.
Dameon Pierce is coming on strong. So
yeah, he is, and he's got Jacksonville after a couple other easy matchups. I think Miles Sanders just went for a 28 burger against Jacksonville last week.
Yeah,
so
yeah, he did. That was like 30 something, I think. Okay, Jacob versus Jo.
All right, so Jacob's not projected to beat him, but he hasn't taken Jonathan Taylor out yet, so he's got 0 points at that spot.
Who would be?
He's probably gonna have to put Damian Harris in his running back spot, I think, and then start Elijah Moore or Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Dude, is Xavier at your house right now?
Hold on. Sorry, you're good. RJ he joined the Discord.
I saw that, yeah.
But yeah. No, he'll have to move Damian Harris up to running back and then start a wide receiver. So I think Jo is going to win this one.
You think so?
Yeah.
I
don't know. I mean, it depends if Josh Jacobs gets another big game like he did, but I just think Jo has like a slightly better floor than Jake.
I don't know. I think it'll be close. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
I don't
I,
think it will be.
I just because of who Damian Harris plays Detroit, so I think that he's got a good shot against them. And then he's got the Jets D against the backup quarterback for Miami, Teddy Bridgewater.
That's true.
I
Yeah,
the
I'm
only,
still going Jo. I'm still going Jo on this one. But
I'm gonna go Jake. All right, Brian versus Seth.
this is easily Brian.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'm going with Brian. I think he's going to have big weeks this week. Melvin Gordon's the feature back now. I know he got him -2 last week, but a feature back, nice to have. There's no competition for those extra carries. James Conner's been really bad. I think they can put some points up on Philly, though. Jared Goff's going to score points. He's been fucking bombing this year. Teddy Bridgewater is only going to throw to Tyreek Hill.
True.
And let me see. Yeah, I mean, I actually think they're going to win. Cooper Rush has been solid, and CeeDee Lamb's been struggling because he hasn't had Dak, but he's not been horrible, I guess. So I think, I'm going to go with Brian this week.
All right, I think I'm gonna go with Seth. DK or Debo against Carolina. He's gonna have a big game, I think. Fournette against Atlanta. I mean, they literally last week Atlanta and Cleveland had a runoff, like who could run the ball more. So I feel like could be in the same situation type of thing.
Yeah.
Not crazy about Mixon versus Baltimore, but if he just keeps churning out those 4-yard carries like he does every single play, then he'll be all right. Brady against Atlanta. Don't feel any way about that. But Miles Sanders against Arizona. See, this is what Miles Sanders does to people. He's doing the same thing to me in other leagues. It's like has that one big game and against an opponent he should, and then he gets another opponent that he should have another big game against, and then he just lays an egg. So yeah, I think Seth's team will win depending on if Miles Sanders can be consistent for once in his life.
Yeah, I agree. No, I don't. I actually don't agree.
Well, you don't agree who's going to win, but you agree that Miles Sanders is the most inconsistent player ever. All right. Teets versus Garrett, and Garrett's favored.
Who is?
Garrett's favored.
No.
I mean, Eckler versus Cleveland, dude. If they play anything, if their line blocks anything like Cleveland or Atlanta's last week, Eckler's going to have another 30 burger. Lamar should go off against Cincy. Don't see Antonio Gibson doing a whole lot against us, and I still think Brian Robinson's going to come back this week. He's probably going to have to, in my opinion, have to swap out Keenan Allen with, I guess, DJ Moore, which isn't great. Definitely not great there. Actually, I think I'm going to have to go with Garrett winning this game. What do you think?
What's that? I'm sorry.
So I think I'm going to have to go with Garrett winning this game. What do you think?
I am going to say no. I am going to say Eckler has another big week. Lamar pulls back up against, is that Cincy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keenan Allen in Cleveland is rough. If Keenan plays, I would say he should. That's safe. Brandon Cooks, meh. Ertz is solid. Devonta Smith could have a big game. I just don't see. I don't know. Is Kamara for sure playing?
They said he expects to play.
Is Godwin for sure playing?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. I mean, if all those players end up panning out, I think he's got a shot. But I will say, Teets' team has Lamar Jackson to Aaron Rodgers point gap is pretty big, and then his running back gap should be pretty big. Dependent. So those receivers are basically, in my opinion, they're coin flips. Which one's better? They're both not very good, in my opinion. AJ Brown's good, and he'll have his, but I mean, Keenan Allen's the same deal. He's good, and if he's healthy, he'll get his. But I would really say it's about as even as possible on the receivers, and then the tight ends are. I mean, Travis Kelce's Travis Kelce. There's a gap there, so yeah. I don't know. I think it'll be close. I think really depends on who shows up, I guess. So which receiver gets a touchdown.
And we got Jason versus Bo.
Man, you know what? After he took off on me, I got to give it to Bo. I mean, he's got the number one tight end in the business right now. He's got, well, I don't know how Jalen Waddle's going to do. We'll see. But Mike Evans came back and looked strong.
Yeah.
McCaffrey, I think, finally had a nice game. And he's been healthy, so that's another thing. Aaron Jones, that's Jason's team. Okay, so he's starting Ramondre, and he's benching
AJ Dillon. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like Gabe Davis in the starting lineup, but who's his receivers otherwise?
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
John
much.
Reynolds maybe, but me.
Yeah. I don't know. This is the only thing that I don't like for this week for Bo is, God, I feel like San Francisco is going to absolutely throttle Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, they should, but I don't know. I think McCaffrey will still get his points. He might be limited, but no, Jason's going to win this game.
Yeah, I think, because like you said, Waddle, I think Waddle could still go off, but I don't know. New York, the Jets have good corners, so that's one thing to think about. And then, I mean, if Hawkinson goes off like that again, that would be incredible.
I doubt it happens.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't think that's gonna
Didn't he have
happen.
like an 80-yard catch or something like that?
I don't know.
I think he had an 80-something yard fucking reception. So it's like, all right, when the fuck does that happen?
He had 12 targets, 2 touchdowns, and 179 yards.
Yeah, he had to have some kind of fucking. Let me
I don't know that if it was 80, but it was long, probably.
I'm like 90. I'm 90% sure he had an 80-yard reception.
I don't know that I can see that anywhere. Maybe in his actual stats. Yeah, 81 yard.
Yeah. When does that fucking happen ever?
Yeah, I don't know. They must have really blown that coverage. Jesus.
I mean, he's kind of fast. He ran like a 4.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not slow by any means, but
true.
Not like a fucking
speed demon. Yeah.
Not fucking Kyle Pitts. This is fucking zero catch Kyle Pitts. He's not a fucking freak like Kyle Pitts is, but goddamn, run the ball after catch.
Both take a Jason then.
Jason, yeah.
Yeah. Ramondre's starting to come on too, and he plays Detroit, so I think that's a good matchup for Jason.
Yeah, he's gonna come.
Oh yeah, and then we got you versus Bruce. This one's gonna be a barn burner.
I don't think it will be.
No.
Nah. I think I win this week, but I may be coming into Bruce at the wrong time. No homo. Like, I think I don't know. I think I'm going to win this week if I play the right players. And Bruce's team is really good, though. I mean, if you look at his player ranks, I mean, Herbert 6, number 1 running back, number 4 running back, 4 receiver, 7 tight end. Rashad
Number one kicker and defense.
Number 1 kicker and defense. It's like we kind of have similar teams. We're both pretty damn good. We've both been scoring a good amount, I think. Maybe Bruce hasn't been scoring all that much overall, but yeah, whoever has the more breakouts wins. I would say.
Yeah, you might have to pick up a tight end. They said Pitts didn't even practice today with a hamstring injury.
Who?
Pitts.
Dude, I'm just gonna drop him.
You're just gonna drop him?
I mean, why not? He's giving me like 2 points a game all season.
Yeah.
It's like not even worth having on my roster. So
yeah, at least you should get a bounce back game from James Robinson though against Houston.
Yeah, I think so too. That's what I think. I got decent matchups. I think Buffalo's going to put up some points. Kansas City's going to put up some points, but Devontae Adams will eat at the same time. Cooper Kupp is going to continue to do his thing, and I think Jeff Wilson is going to score again this week.
Yeah,
I think he'll have more opportunities in that offense now, and yeah, I think my team's primed to be really fucking good.
Yeah.
But Bruce's team is like one of those teams that can score really high with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could lose, but I think I win this.
I think Bruce wins just based off the strength of his matchups. I mean, Justin Jefferson versus Chicago, that's a super good matchup. Herbert versus Cleveland, I still think Cleveland's defense isn't that great right now, and who knows if Garrett's playing this week. Chubb versus the Chargers and Jamal Williams. I mean, as long as Jamal Williams is a starter in Detroit while Swift is out, like he's gonna just put up big points every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. All right. Yeah. Wrap it up. We got it in it's like 37 minutes, I feel like is like our we always hit like right around 37 minutes. So
we did 38 right now. Yeah. And I mean, I was kind of slacking at some points. I feel like I was like RJ popped in the Discord and he got a little appearance in there, so I had to stop out. And we fucked up the first couple 30-40 seconds of the video. So yeah.
Good shit,
right.
dude. Yeah, good shit. All right. See you later.
Yeah.